Hey guys and girls, welcome back to another beautiful video on this beautiful channel on this beautiful day. How you guys and girls doing? Hope you're doing great as always. Please check out the description box for all the nice links. Also drop a like, subscribe if you like the content. In this video, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make some nice window bounds collision. I'm gonna focus on that and maybe spawn a few swag balls and put them up in game. First of all, I'm gonna create a private section here. And I also want to mention, like I probably did in the last video, if you're running code blocks, you're having problem with Pragma 1s, make sure to enable your C++ 11 or 14 settings in code blocks for your project. If you're on Linux as well, you might have an issue. Who knows? Maybe it might be an issue. If it's not, then it's all good. If it is, check out some tutorials on how to fix that. I suggest you look at specifically how to enable some C++ 11 stuff, because that's where you're going to get all these things that I'm doing. Otherwise, you can use the if and def style of including and protecting your include, whatever you want to call that. So just check that out. Anyway, let's start off in player. I'm going to do a window bounds collision. And I'm not going to do it directly in this function. I'm going to create a function here for that. And probably in the H file first. Void update window bounds collision. And I know it's like, why am I doing this doubly, double? Why not? It's a good thing. I'm going to do const here because we're not going to change this target anything like we are on render. In render, we're actually going to render something on top of or within this target. So that's why I'm not using const there. Go ahead and define this. It should be defined nicely for you. I should just press the other button. Anyway. Before we even start coding this, I'm going to set const here as well in the update function for player. And I'm going to call this function update window bounds collision. And I'm going to send target in there. Once you're done with that, pretty much the next step, let me think here. The next step is to go ahead and do the collision. I'm going to start off with left. So the player's left side against the left window or corner of the window, left side of the window, sorry. So how do we do that? If we just make a little paint here, I'm going to show you how it is. So we have our window bounds. This is our beautiful window. And we're going to have the player in green. That's going to be our player. So let's say I have my player here. Now we want to check the left side against, whoops, why did that happen? So this is my player. I want to check the left side against the left. So we can't go outside to the left, to the top, bottom, or right. But let's start off with the left. So the condition I'm looking for here is when we're outside of the window from the left side, when this side is either equal to or less than the left side of the window. Because remember, minus to the left, all right, minus to the left. Okay, now I can't draw that. Anyway, minus to the left, plus to the right. So if I were to create a player and check if he's going outside of the right side, I would check if the right side is plus, if it's more or equal to the right point here, the right corner. Okay, that's how you check that. So to make that in code, let's create an if statement first of all. Move my mic away a little bit here. If statement. And what is this if going to do? Like I said, we're going to check this player. No, we are in player. This shape dot get. What we can do is use the same function. So I usually use get global bounds. You can use get position here for this specific thing. But get global bounds works just as fine because you get the left and the top. Now the left is the top left corner of the object, and top is the y coordinate of that. Sorry, I said that kind of wrong. Left and top is the x coordinate and the y coordinate, respectively. That's the correct way to put it. So I'm going to check left. And maybe this is easier to read for you guys since it's left and not x. Anyway, if that is less or equal to target, whoops, sorry about that. Target.get. No, sorry about that. All we can do is 0 here. 0.f. Because 0 is the left side of the screen, right? So if it's less than 0, we're going to have to put it at 0. This shape dot set position, and we're gonna set it to 0 in the x and whatever the y was from before. Now to make it easy, I usually do a sf vector 2f player pos equals this shape dot get position. Easy, just so I don't have to write this whole line again. You can even call this something easier than that. I don't know. We'll just use player pos.y. Makes it a little easier to read as well. And then we're going to do else if, because we can't be out of the left side and the right side at the same time. If we are, the player is really huge, and then it's still not going to be supported, or the window is really small. So, but assuming that's not the case, we can use this else if. Just copy everything. And now it becomes a different issue, because as you saw with the player here, the left corner is always the position of the player, right? It's always from the left, top left, that is always where the position is counted from. So 0, 0 is going to be right here. This point is going to be at 0, and then we can check it. But if we're looking at this side, if we're checking the top left against the right side of the screen, it's going to be an issue, right? It's going to stop moving when it's here. That's not what we want. We want to take the position of the player plus its width and check that point against the right side of the screen. So to do that, I'm going to have to do left plus, all right, plus width is greater or equal to target dot, and not 0 anymore, because the most right position of the screen is going to be its width, right? That's the furthest to the right you can get of the screen. It's width. So target dot get size dot x, and that is the largest point. And then what we're going to do is we're going to set the shape's position to that point minus its own width. So that's kind of weird, right? So let me make this easier for you. Let's do it like this: player size, or let's do player bounds. Easier. Get global bounds, just to make that happen. And we're going to do a little float rect here, because that's what we use for global bounds. And that might have been good to say before. What SFML does is it has its function global bounds, and it returns a float rect, and that is basically a rectangle with x and y positions, width and height. So it stores four values for us, and then we can use this player bounds value to get the x and y position, or the left and top, sorry, and its width and everything. So that makes it a little easier for us, because we can just do player bounds. Left is less than, no, this should be top, sorry about that. Top should be here, and we'll set that to 0. Then we'll get the player bounds, player bounds left. Just copy that, and player bounds width. Good. See how that's a little easier to read. And this is going to be right collision. Once that's done, we're going to do set position this player, not this, player bounds dot left plus target get size dot x. So we're putting it, no, sorry about that. No, that's not how I want to do it. I'm dumb. Sorry about that. We're going to put it at that position minus the player's width. Minus player bounds. And I'll explain this, don't worry. And then we'll just do whatever y position it was before. Player bounds dot top. Okay, so that's the right collision. Now just think about that, what I did there. If we look at the box again, we're going to see if we put the player's position at the width of the window, it's going to be like this, because the position is counted from the top left. So what I want to do is I want to put it here, and I want to minus the box's width, so we put it right there. So it's kind of faked placement, basically. So instead of here, it's going to be here. And that's how you manipulate that position. So that's exactly what we're doing. That's why we're using left and width together in this one. Now, an easy way to do top and bottom is to just copy left and right, because the idea is the same. Top is negative and bottom is positive. It's very easy. All you have to do is you remove this as well. All you have to do is change left to top, all the lefts to top, all right, and all the tops, you gotta put now 0.f here, and you gotta do player bounds dot left here, wherever the X position is, and then here you gotta do top plus height is less than or equal to target that gets us Y. So be really careful with these values here. Just make sure everything is in the Y position. And I'm just gonna Control X that last part, and I'll paste it up here and put a comma between these two. So, and then change this to left. So player bounds left, comma, and this is the Y portion, get size Y minus height. So it's the same type of thing. If you look at this, the Y position, if it's going less than the 0 of the Y position, we got to put it back here. If it's going down, you know, past the bottom, we need to check this point plus the height of the object and place it at a position where it's minus the width of the object, okay, or the height of the object right here. So it's basically the same thing as left to right. Once this is done, you're updating it here as well. And let's just run this. Sorry, I can't really speak today. I don't know why. I'm kind of chugging along here. So I apologize, but I'm doing what I can. Let's run this, and I'm moving my object. I can't go past the top, really. I can a little bit. It is moving me past there, but that's because I'm updating the movement after. But at least it's not moving too far ahead. That is good. That is good. We could do this after. I should do this after. Whoops. Yeah, so it updates it after the movement. Otherwise, the movement's going to happen afterwards, and then it's going to look like it's going through. If you run this now, it will work, but I'm not going to run it again, I think. Not yet. I just got to finish some stuff off. Now, we have our swag balls. Before I end the video now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a SF, or I'm going to include everything. So go to your game.h, no, player.h, and just include this SFML stuff. Copy it, paste it in here, and you should be good. Now we can create a SF circle shape, and we'll work with circle shape. And we're gonna make sure we create these. Void init shape is gonna be a function. Then we're gonna have our regular functions. Void update, like that. Void render, like that. And then we're gonna have our customary SF render target reference target here. Beautiful. Good. So that is pretty much it. I'm just gonna define these, and we're gonna go ahead and end the video there, I think. So, you know what? Why the hell not? Let's just run this one last time and see what happens. This is a pretty long video to explain window bounds, but it's just my slow typing. Yeah, now it's not going past. So we're stopping at all of these bounds, and we can still... Okay, that was weird. I think, yeah, when it reaches a case where... Yeah, that's pretty strange. When it's at the bottom there. Yeah, we'll have to... I'll tell you exactly what that is. I know, my dumbass done goofed up. Just put if after all of these, you know. Just do that. Just do that. And then that shouldn't happen, because some corner cases might mess you up. And yeah, you probably... No, that wasn't it. Okay, I'll figure that out. I think I'm pretty sure I know what that might be. Anyway, guys and girls, for now, take care. Hopefully you learned something. Please check out the description box and join the Discord as well if you can. Drop a like, subscribe. Check out all the links, all that stuff. And most importantly, take care. Keep working hard. I'll see you guys and girls in the next one, all right? Bye-bye.